Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope we're all doing well on this Sunday morning by the time I'm recording this. This is the morning after what happened last night in the rematch between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury, and it was repeat once again for this man Oleksandr Usyk as he outpoints Tyson Fury once again to retain his heavyweight titles. Obviously, I have put in the banner on what is next for potentially for both of them. We'll get on to that in a minute, well soon. And well-deserved winner again. Well-deserved winner for me. All this controversy about start cards, come on, it's not controversial. Let's be real. If you know your boxing, if you're a real boxing fan, you know Usyk won that fight for me. And he definitely won it by unanimous decision, in my opinion as well. Which was the right decision. 4 rounds, yeah, I would say that's fair. Tyson Fury did. I'm not saying Tyson Fury didn't win any rounds. He didn't win a few rounds, but let's be real. As on the root said, he's just too good, isn't he? He is just too good. Too clever, and pretty much the same as the first fight for me, as I scored it. I scored it 8-4 to Usyk in the first fight, and I think it was similar then, in my opinion. Again, Fury had his moments in the fight. Fury had his moments, but he didn't have enough of them. Didn't have enough moments. Wasn't impressive enough. Tyson Fury wasn't impressive enough, but I don't think it would have mattered because I just think Oleksandr Usyk is too good. He knows your game plan. He knows your game plan as well. Oleksandr Usyk, the IQ on the man, the IQ on the man is just absolutely unreal. Absolutely unreal for me. And what, he's 37, 38, Oleksandr Usyk? It's just mental, isn't it? Look what he's achieved in boxing. I can't believe they're so underrated by the British media. The British media always go for the British fighter. So biased towards British fighter when Oleksandr Usyk, can I just admit Oleksandr Usyk is too good for all of them and levels above all of them, because he is. They still disrespect him, and especially Sam Jordan, even though Sam Jordan knows nothing about boxing. I don't know why you're listening to him for boxing advice. It's just mind blowing how Usyk still gets underrated for me. Undisputed at cruiserweight, undisputed at heavyweight. By the way, when he moved to heavyweight, he's too small. He's too small to be a heavyweight. Too small. He's a grown-up middleweight, they all said. Grown-up middleweight, and that's what happened. He put the British cash cows on their fucking backsides and dominated both of them, Tyson Fury and AJ. And he beat Daniel Dubois as well. I don't care. People say, oh, he wasn't an OPO. He wasn't an OPO. Usyk knocked him out. And still dominated Daniel Dubois. And he's just too good, man, people. Just admit it. Just too good. Once again, I was watching that fight last night and I'm thinking to myself, how the hell does he do it? He's just an unreal boxer, man. Unreal boxer. Absolutely outboxed Tyson Fury, yes we will. People getting confused because Tyson Fury landed shot, it doesn't mean it landed on Usyk's face or body. Let's be real. All the shots landed on Oleksandr Usyk's arm or clubs. So, if anything, they're quite lucky it wasn't more rounds to Usyk, to be honest with you. Let's be real. We'll talk now. Usyk landed the better shots. At least his shots did land on the key parts of the body, the face and the body. When Usyk had that overhand right, overhand left as well. And once then, Usyk still had the same game plan as the first fight, in my opinion. He was still the front-footed fighter. I thought he'd be more back-footed, to be honest with you. I thought he would have been more back-footed, but he wasn't. And that's the thing. This shows he's too good. He can do that, Usyk. This shows he can do that. And as I said in my preview, Alexandr Usyk will win how he wants, whether by knockout or on points. I did fancy a stoppage for Usyk because Tyson Fury turned in quite heavy. I thought Usyk was stopping the second half of the fight, but I did say Usyk would win either stoppage or points because he's just that good. Pound for pound number one for a reason, as Usyk said. Pound for pound number one. He's beaten the best cruiserweights for me, and he's beaten the best heavyweights as well. Just give him the respect. Give him the respect, for God's sake. Obviously, Tyson Fury's team and Pritt up, all crying about the scorecards. Thinking Tyson Fury won. I don't know what they're watching. Spencer Brown, he wears casters for a reason. Yes, we will. Because he is blind. He is blind, as Usyk said about Frank Warren. Blind as well. I'm not going to even laugh at Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury's been a credit to British boxing. I don't like some of his antics. He needs to be criticised for some of his antics sometimes. People make it up that he's not bipolar when he hasn't. Yes, be real. It's just the man he is. It's just the man he is. But Tyson Fury's been a credit to British boxing. Let's be real. I still credit his achievements. I still think he's still a good boxer. But he just needs to admit Usyk is just a better boxer and a better fighter than him. Simple as that. And look how it's unreal from Usyk. Look how he's came through to the heavyweight division. And he's pretty much dominated every fight. And the only issues he did have was down to Chisora. Chisora was actually buoyant, Usyk, to be fair. What does that tell you? But that was in Usyk's early stays at heavyweight, wasn't it? And Usyk gets better and better and better and better every fight. He does. He gets better and better every fight. And but what next for both of them? I think Tyson Fury should fight AJ. I think that's the only fight left for both of them. It's the fight that makes sense. Yeah, Tyson Fury and AJ have the two fights in Britain and then they can walk into the sunset and retire. As for Usyk said, he's not plenty of options. He could drop down to cruiserweight, which I don't like, really. I don't like that. Because he'll use a lot of weight. Drop down to cruiserweight to fight Chai retire, potentially in a fantasy fight. So I can't see that happening, really. But it is Usyk said at the end of the day. There's the Daniel Dubois rematch. Of course, Daniel Dubois came into the win afterwards and told Usyk out. I think it was very disrespectful from Daniel Dubois. I think maybe Daniel Dubois maybe had too many to drink, but turned into the win straight away. And not yet Usyk have his moment. Usyk was shattered, to be fair. And Daniel Dubois, that's the last thing you want. Listen to Daniel Dubois mouthing off. And I like Dubois. I do like Daniel Dubois. I like he's now opened up a bit more. Daniel Dubois. I do like that Daniel Dubois, but I do think that moment was disrespectful from Daniel Dubois, in my opinion. Albeit he did say dub yes to Usyk and well done to him. But Dubois throwing him out, wanting revenge and a rematch. And in typical Usyk fashion, he ain't bothered, is he, Usyk? He ain't bothered, he ain't fades. Usyk just does to grabs the microphone and does a turkey, make me this fight against Daniel Dubois. Like, Usyk just looked at Daniel Dubois to say, oh, do you want to get knocked out then? Okay. What a man Usyk is. What a man. He ain't fazed by anything. And yeah, I think Dubois would get knocked out then. I do think that as much Daniel Dubois has improved. But I keep saying Usyk is levels above everyone in this heavyweight division. He's levels above everyone. And I'm sick and tired why Usyk don't get the credit he deserves. I really don't. I was laughing at some Tyson Fury fans' tears last night. They know who they are. I was laughing, but I wasn't mocking Tyson Fury. Like I said, I do credit his achievements. I just don't like some of his antics. And karma's a bit in terms of Tyson Fury. I've been even some UK people want to do Usyk to win because they don't like Tyson Fury at all. I wouldn't say I don't like Tyson Fury. We do need him in boxing for that character. But I just don't like some of the words he says and some of the insults and antics. But to be fair to Usyk, he wasn't fazed by it. And Tyson Fury did it more because he was rattled by it. He was rattled by Usyk, wasn't rattled by it. But yeah, Usyk, man, so good. He is so good. The constant head movement during that fight as well. Constant head movement. Constant movement. I think Tyson Fury was more tired, if I'm being honest with you, than Usyk. Usyk was shattered, but I think Tyson Fury was more shattered, in my opinion. Usyk outworked Tyson Fury, simple as that, and he outboxed Tyson Fury. And every real boxing fan will say that as well. So once again, congratulations to Oleksandr Usyk. And be interested to see where he does next, because any option wouldn't surprise me. Even retirement wouldn't surprise me for Usyk. Personally, I would like to see Usyk retire. Personally, I would like to see Usyk retire. I think it'd be good for the heavyweight division to starter them belts across. Give Moses Atoma a massive opportunity, who we'll get onto in a minute, to potentially win a heavyweight title. Usyk's done everything, people. He's done everything. I have to see him retire now because he's got nothing else to prove. He is the best of this generation. The best of this generation by a country mile. And he really deserves this, Usyk, for what he's been through with his country as well. What a man. What a warrior. What a fighter. What a boxer. He really deserves this, Usyk. He really deserves this. I know Usyk will be tempted by becoming 3-time undisputed champion. So that's probably the only option in terms he has yet. Facing the winner down to Joseph Parker. But apart from that, I would like to see him retire personally. But if he does retire, then down to will be like, oh, he was dead, and all that. So, but I do like to say to probably humble Dubois then, to be honest with you. But Daniel Dubois needs to be careful what he wishes for, because he's got a fight still with Joseph Parker, and that's on the spur Joseph Parker won that Daniel Dubois is disrespecting him by saying, yes, mate, this fight with Usyk and all that. And Joseph Parker, he's beaten Tyson and Deontay Wilder, so he's capable, and he's stopped better and better since being knocked out by Joe Joyce. He's battered the old Joseph Parker, we know, very good, former world champion as well. And so that's a 50-50 fight, Dubois Parker, for me. So I think Dubois needs to stay humble, if I'm being honest with you. And I won't be shocked if Parker did humble Dubois. I won't be shocked. I don't know what's going to happen with Usyk, but I know Tyson Fury, he's going to take that Joshua fight, let's be real. They're going to fight twice, Fury and AJ. I think it's going to happen now. Too much money in it for both fighters. They're both task cows. Tyson Fury's more for task cow than Joshua. Joshua has still got better achievements than Fury. So that's where I can see both of them going next, in my opinion. But yes, move on to the undercard. Massive congratulations to Oleksandr Usyk and commiserations to Tyson Fury. But yes, talk about the future of the heavyweight division. And I think that is Moses Atoma, who blows away Dempsey Mateen in open round. This was a step up, people, for Moses Atoma, and he absolutely blew Dempsey Mateen away in open round. Dempsey Mateen, tricky southpaw. A tricky southpaw as well. Obviously, MMA fighter. Has been an MMA fighter previously. As well. Faith Herdovitz struggled with Dempsey Mateen, and Faith Herdovitz is named the heavyweight division. Why not make that fight next to Moses Atoma? I just think Moses Atoma now, whenever he's had a step up, he has stepped up Moses Atoma. he may as well fight Faith Herdfist now, in my opinion. People say, oh, that's a bit witty. Nah, not for me. Faith Herdfist can punt, but he's not very good defensively, Faith Herdfist. And most of the time, he is scary and ruthless. Honestly, he don't mess around. He's a bit like Dubois. He is a bit like Dubois most of the time. Powerful punter, very powerful punter. Does remind me of Dubois most of the time. But the speed he throws at as well. Very quick as well. Very vicious like Mike Tyson was as well most of the time. So that's the fight to me. Next for me. Most of the time versus Faith Herdfist. I don't see why not. Most of the time just came out the plot straight away, didn't they? In the first round. I once one shot landed on my team. It was game over straight away. And most of the time, 19 years old people, it's mental, isn't it? Could become the youngest world champion in the heavyweight division. I think he's the future. I really do. I really do think he's the future most of the time. He really is so good. But yeah, I do agree still, one step at a time. But I think Faith Herdfist is the right step next, in my opinion. Up next then, we saw Seri Bochuk, 2 relentless for Ismail Davis as he wins inside 6 rounds. Fair play to Ismail Davis. I didn't think he earned this fight, but I tell you what, he gave it a good door. He did pass Bochuk in the first round, didn't he? With one of his shots. But after that did wake Bochuk up after that, and Bochuk was 2 relentless after that for Ismail Davis. Bochuk dominated Davis, and 2 relentless, 2 ruthless, and it was only a matter of time before the fight was stopped, in my opinion. And Bochuk just showed that he was that relentless levels above Ismail Davis. It's no shame for Ismail Davis, by the way. He's had 2 last-minute fights where he's been the last-minute opponent, and Josh Taylor and Seri Bochuk. So Ismail Davis, he'll go to fight, continue to fight at British hooping level now. I think he's stood up at that level, to be fair. While Bochuk, this was a final eliminator, so Bochuk will face the winner of Sebastian Fondora or Errol Spence, who will be fighting in 2025. And I do like to see Bochuk versus Israel Mantamov as well. I would love to see that fight down the line, which was supposed to be the fight on this card, but Mantamov pulled out. So that's my thoughts on that. Up next, unfortunately, Corrupt Judson once again, as Johnny Fitzer was gifted a wobbly decision over Dave Allen. Did not see that coming. I thought Johnny Fitzer would pour Dave Allen out of the water inside 3 rounds. But Johnny Fitzer, I'm sorry, but he needs to be embarrassed by that performance against Edson Dave Allen. And Dave Allen won that fight for me. He won that fight. And Dave Allen, credit to Jamie Moore. Who was Dave Allen's trainer, stating him in this condition as well. He looked good in the condition, Dave Allen. And I don't know what the fuck Johnny Fitzer was doing. But it was like he get Dave Allen landing them punches. And once Dave Allen landed them punches, he was in trouble, Johnny Fitzer. So the rematch needs to happen. I feel so sorry for Dave Allen, because I was the one to not criticise Dave Allen, but I criticised the matchmaking before the fight, saying this is not a good fight for Dave Allen. He would get thrown out the water. And I thought Dave Allen didn't deserve the paycheck at Saudi, in my opinion, because I didn't think he earned it. But I tell you what, I was proven one in this fight. He should have won. This fight, Dave Allen. And if Dave Allen did get the decision, where would that leave Johnny Fitzer? Because that would have been an embarrassing defeat for me. I still think it is an embarrassing performance from Johnny Fitzer. Because let's be real, everyone expected him to pour Dave Allen out the water. he was getting hit far too easy. It was just chaos in the win, wasn't it? Just chaos. It was a chaotic from Johnny Visser. It really was. Absolute car crash from him. Don't fight on the inside, because that's what Dave Allen wants. Dave Allen wants you to fight on the inside. So Dave Allen can land them punches to the body. It did hurt Visser to the body as well. So if I'm Johnny Visser, I'm embarrassed by that performance. And Johnny Visser needs to take the rematch now. He needs to take the rematch and prove a point, and massively improve his performance, because that was not good enough from Johnny Visser. That was not good enough, and that was embarrassing for me, from Johnny Visser for me. And we got to all feel sorry for Dave Allen for being absolutely robbed by Taruk Judson. When is this unstopped in boxing? When is this unstopped, the Taruk Judson? I'm not going to get into conspiracy theory that Eddie Hearn had the word in Judson's ear, because Eddie Hearn knew Johnny Visser did use that fight. That's why he said it was a draw. Just trying to protect his fighter, isn't he, Eddie Hearn? But yeah, embarrassing performance from Johnny Visser, and he needs to take the rematch immediately and prove a point. Because we learned a lot about Johnny Visser, and all of them were not good at all. Up next then, but elsewhere on the card, we saw Ian McGregor, a masterclass, dominant, outclassing, outboxing Isaac Law in the masterclass dominant performance. This was touted as a pit and fight, wasn't it, before the start of the fight? But Ian McGregor, brilliant boxing performance by him. Isaac Law, for me, just not intelligence for me in the win. We had Dunseal there. The Dunseal been spat out about fucking 10 times by Isaac Law. Who do you pay for that? I pay Isaac Law. I'm sorry, people won't like that, but normally, if you spit out a Dunseal, it shows that you're not enjoying it in the win there. You're not having a good performance, in my opinion. But there could be a difference to it because you need to try and get the right Dunseal to obviously fit the mouth and all that. But the problem is, Isaac Law, he fights with his mouth open, doesn't he? He fights with his mouth open, so it is going to happen that the Dunseal will come out numerous times. And at one point, Isaac Law just said, "No, what, fuck this. This fuck the Dunseal. This is fucking fight." So I won't be shocked if I won't be shocked if he's got broken tooth, to be honest with you. But Ian McGregor, I did think Ian McGregor would win on points. I did think he would win on points, Ian McGregor. But not by that. But not as dominant like that. I did not expect that at all. Ian McGregor pretty much won every round, to be honest with you. Apart from maybe 3 rounds. I can only give Isaac Law 3 rounds at best, to be honest with you. But Ian McGregor won that fight easily. Dominant, masterclass boxing performance from Ian McGregor. And one of the standout performances from the card for me, Ian McGregor. What next for both? I can see Isaac Law against Reece Edwards. Obviously, Reece Edwards was on the card as well against Peter McQuell. It depends what Peter McQuell wants to do. Does Peter McQuell want to have the rematch with Reece Edwards at featherweight, or does Peter McQuell want to go back to his natural weight or super bantamweight? We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see on that. But I can see Isaac Law versus Reece Edwards happening on probably another Saudi card, to be fair. The Saudis do like Isaac Law, just because he's part of the Tyson Fury team and all that. As for Ian McGregor, I'd love to see him fight Hobie Price next. That would be a great fight. I would probably edge towards Price if that fight happened. But that would be a great fight. It would be a great pick and fight between the two of them. A great boxing matchup as well. Ian McGregor and Hobie Price. So I'd love to see that happen next, in my opinion. And the final fight on the Usyk versus Fury card was Peter McWell edging out last minute opponent we said was an atrocious fight. Of course, we said was the last minute opponent, last minute replacement for Dennis Matan. Dennis Matan, who failed his father test. Fair play to we said was stepping in at short notice. And for me, I'd start the fight at 12. I thought it's a fight of two halves. I thought Peter McWell started the fight off well and definitely won the first half of the fight. But second half of the fight, we said was came on in the second half. In the second half of the fight, a really good dust up between the two of them. A really good pit and fight between the two of them. And I thought it was a draw. I thought a draw was a fair result personally. But if anyone, it depends what you like. I think Peter McWell had more volume in his punching, while Wiz Edwards, obviously we had them powerful shots, them eye-catching shots, so it depends what you like. And I basically combined the both together and started at draw. For me. Great fight. And you know what? I criticised this card. I did criticise this card before the weekend, saying it's just the worst pay-per-view undercard. On paper, it still is, but when it came to it, it actually wasn't too bad, was it? Wasn't too bad night of boxing. We saw it's a shame about the 12th Judson, isn't it? It's a shame about that. But I don't see a rematch personally. I think Peter McWell go back to his natural weight and fight the likes of Sabaz Masood, Ian Davis, Anna Baruta, or Brad Strand back at his weight, in my opinion. They're the fights I can see in the pipeline for Peter McWell. And I see we said was probably fighting Isaac Law, to be fair, on another Saudi card. And being honest with you, maybe added to the Beterbiev, Bivol card potentially, or another Saudi card, who knows. But that is it. But that is my bottom review. For Usyk Tyson Fury full card review. Let me sort this out. Let's go back to the main one. And yes, it ended there for my bottom review. Congratulations, but Usyk is the one. The night belongs to him as he outpoints and dominates Tyson Fury once again to retain his heavyweight titles. What next for both fighters? What next for every fighter I've spoke about on this card? Feel free to leave your thoughts down below on the main event and the full card. And take care, stay safe, see you later, and the weekend belongs to you. As on the route said, a heavyweight great, an all-time great, and for me, in the top 5 heavyweights of all time, especially for his achievements as well. Take care.